First at 5:30, it is College Decision Day, and many high school seniors took to social media to announce the university or college they plan to attend this fall. But some students couldn't really celebrate this major milestone because of a huge roadblock with financial aid.
Yeah, glitches in this year's free application for federal student aid have millions of students waiting to hear just how much it's going to cost them come fall.
Karen Kafa joins us tonight with what families dealing with this hurdle should know about. And boy, this has to be a really tough thing. You want to go to school, it might be the one you chose, but you don't know how much it's going to cost. That's big.
Yeah, it's been a really tough spring for a lot of families and students. Leslie and Lorenzo, hundreds of colleges did push back their decision deadlines to May 15th or June 1st, but not all of them. And that led some students to make a decision with not exactly knowing how much the fall will cost. And a number of students did not fill out the FAFSA this spring. The number of high school seniors is dropped dramatically, and that has caused student aid experts to be concerned.
May 1st typically closes out the college application process.
They've made the decision about the best college for them, and the hard part is done.
But because of the delayed rollout of the new streamlined free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, many schools did not receive student data from the Department of Education until March. Once they did, millions of forms were found to have errors, delaying financial aid offers and student decisions. Even the White House acknowledging the impact.
We have said, yes, the process has not gone smoothly, and we're doing everything that we can to make it go smoother.
Jill Dejean of the National Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators says there are concerns that first-generation and low-income students in particular have been too frustrated to finish the FAFSA process.
The FAFSA fiasco of this year has been telling them, don't bother applying for financial aid. It's too hard. The system's broken. We really need to start countering that narrative.
The National College Attainment Network says FAFSA completions are down 29% compared to last year's class at the same point in time. Pressed by lawmakers on Tuesday, Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said the department wants to get the word out that students still have time.
We're doing everything in our power to make sure we're providing more opportunities for students to fill out the better FAFSA.
The streamlined FAFSA cut its questions from a maximum of 108 questions to as few as 18.
And the Department of Education says that these forms are now being processed quickly and accurately. A form submitted today, the data will be turned around to colleges and universities in about 1 to 3 days. So students who were daunted by the process earlier this spring, student aid advocates say don't leave that money on the table. Go back and finish that form now. Leslie and Lorenzo.
Boy, we were just talking about this class has had everything. They had COVID. They've had all the drama with that. Now they've had this whole process. Do we know about any hard numbers that show the impact of these FAFSA delays and glitches? And I guess the other question would be, will there be any consequences at the Department of Education?
Well, you saw that number in the piece, Leslie, about the number of high school seniors filling out the FAFSA dropping by about 30% from last year. That's according to the National College Attainment Network. And what student aid advocates are particularly concerned about is that the decline is bigger among students at lower income schools and also among schools with a higher population of minority students. So they're concerned about the frustrations there and not necessarily getting those FAFSA forms in and getting the aid that these students are entitled to. On the university side of it, when we've seen those pushbacks in the decision dates, it's because, according to the National Student Financial Aid Association administrators, as of April 23rd, only about half of schools had sent financial aid packages to some or all of their students. So there is a delay there with students not necessarily getting the information they need to make a decision about what's going to happen a few months from now. As for any consequences, Republicans in Congress have asked the Government Accountability Office to take an investigation into what exactly went wrong with this rollout. The Department of Education says come October 1st, they are prepared to get things right for the next academic year, Leslie.
We sure hope that's the case, and we hope it doesn't impact some young people's ability to get that higher education they work so hard for. Karen Kafa, thank you.